Hey man, say man, some stories get brushed off. Some lies get turned into just another post. On Digital Dub, we don't do that. We talk about real people, real situations, real consequences. No rumors, no clout chasing, just public facts. Real timelines and the truth, the way it actually happened. Because behind every case, it's a life that matters. This is Digital Dub. Today, we remember 17-year-old London Thomas. A young life full of promise that ended in tragedy. This is her story. London was a vibrant teen from Inkster, Michigan, known to her family and friends as caring, lively, and full of dreams yet to be fulfilled. Though many of us never met her story moved her entire community when she went missing in April of 2025. London Thomas was 17 years old, a daughter, granddaughter, sister, and friend. Her family described her as someone who stayed connected, someone who called her loved ones often and shared her life with them. She was a teenager with a future. Friends remember her laughter, her energy, and her presence on social media as a young woman excited about life. While we don't have every detail of her personal interests or ambitions in public records, those who knew her speak of a young woman who still had her whole life ahead of her, dreams now unfulfilled.
At far away in Westland, a desperate search for a teen from Inkster. The search party made up of family and friends working to find this young person who vanished, apparently without a trace, a week ago. Fox 2's Scott Wolchek has more on their unrelenting push to bring London Thomas back home.
I don't wish this on no one. It's the hardest thing I ever had to do in my life, but we're not gonna stop looking.
A father's desperate search for his daughter, 17-year-old London Thomas, who was last seen Saturday the 5th. Family and friends scouring through woods, through wetlands, through abandoned trailers.
Not back here. However, there's empties up that way.
Focusing on the areas near Cooper Elementary School in Westland, where her father, Cedric Salisbury, says her phone last pinged. What are your thoughts on this place? I mean, there's a lot of woods, there's a river.
lot of Royal Cemetery. It's definitely creepy. I think we just need to step up the search even more.
London was last seen April 5th on Carlisle Street in Inkster. Salisbury says she may have been visiting an older man.
I personally don't know, but from my understanding, she was talking to a much older guy, and she was a minor. And ever since that, we have no more clues or any details. But that was the last person she was known to be seen with.
Inkster police investigating alongside Detroit Police's missing persons unit. Fox 2 saw numerous police vehicles on Carlisle on Friday. As for this father and these volunteers, they plan to continue searching and praying for answers for...
As long as it takes, as long as maybe we can find some updates or leads or anything, people might know something, they can come talk to me personally. We're going to just keep the efforts going as long as we can.
In Westland, Scott Wolchek, Fox 2 News.
On April 5th, 2025, London was last seen in Inkster. According to investigators, her sister dropped her off at a home of her 23-year-old boyfriend, Jalen Pendergrass. That was the last confirmed time anyone saw her alive. When London didn't return home, her family grew increasingly worried. Her father publicly said this was not normal behavior for her. She wasn't a runaway, and she called him every day. Law enforcement and family organized search efforts. Police, the FBI, and community volunteers combed woods, neighborhoods, and fields around Inkster, all hoping for answers, all praying for her safe return.
Now, with a breaking news alert.
And we begin with breaking news in Inkster, where investigators are raiding the home of a missing teen's boyfriend. Thank you for joining us for 7 News Detroit at 10. I'm Glenda Lewis. This is a case we've been following closely. London Thomas, last seen at her boyfriend's home in Inkster on April 5th. We want to take you to that house live now, where we're told officers are looking for DNA evidence. 7 News Detroit reporter Ruta Alsinaida is out there on the scene tonight. And Ruta, what are you learning?
Yeah, Glenda, good evening. We're here on Carlisle Street in Inkster, just in front of the home of the boyfriend of London Thomas. 17-year-old London went missing just about 2 weeks ago now, in the beginning of April, and was last seen at this very home with that 23-year-old boyfriend. Neighbors tell me the FBI as well as police have been on scene here for hours now. Inkster police telling me they're here looking for DNA evidence based on some concerning information they found during phone extractions, adding that they will update us as soon as they have enough information to make an official arrest. And just earlier today, London's family organized a search for her at the location where her phone last pinged in Westland near Cooper Elementary School. And after a grueling and emotional day of that search, some family members raced over to this raid hoping for answers. Are you hoping this search brings some answers?
I want something, yes, so I can let my mom and my family know, like, she's still out here, or if he harmed her, then God have mercy on his soul. There's no vendetta, no vengeance or nothing. We just want her alive and well.
And with London's 18th birthday just next month, family tells me they all hope they can celebrate together with London, and they are hoping for the community's prayers during this difficult time. For now, live in Inkster, I'm Ruta Snyder, 7 News Detroit.
Sending that hope from here. Ruta, thank you for the update. And we'll check back in with you again at 11 over on Channel 7.
3 weeks after London's disappearance, the heartbreaking truth emerged. On April 26, law enforcement found her body inside a sealed plastic container in the trunk of an SUV parked on Miller Street in Southfield, Michigan. According to the Oakland County Medical Examiner's Office, London died from asphyxia, and her death was ruled a homicide.
Information about a tragic ending to a young lady's life. The body of London Thomas found after weeks of a desperate search. Thank you for joining us. We're glad you're with us. I'm Simon Shakette.
And I'm Whitney Burney. Tonight we are learning more about the tragic discovery of the teen's body.
We've been following the heartbreaking search for the teen. She was last seen April 5th, dropped off at her boyfriend's house in Inkster. Her phone pinged in Westland the very next morning, and she was reported missing 3 days later. Now on April 17th, police raiding the boyfriend's home. Now, nearly 3 weeks later, her body has been discovered in Southfield.
And this evening, 7 News Detroit reporter Sarah Michaels is speaking with London's family about how they're coping amid the discovery. She's also learning new details about where London's body was reportedly found. She joins us from the area of 8 Mile and Telegraph in Southfield with those updates.
Neighbors in this area tell me that investigators discovered 17-year-old London Thomas's body inside a white SUV in this driveway Saturday evening. They tell me that they watched the entire thing unfold, and now they're wondering, how in the world could her body have gotten here?
Oh, God. It's the hardest thing ever. Not knowing what she went through, that kills me the most.
Over the weekend, Justina Martin's world shattered. She tells me news of her granddaughter London Thomas's body being found broke their family Saturday evening.
Did she used to call you a lot?
Yeah, she called me right before she disappeared. She called me back and said, "Thank you, I love you, Grandma."
17-year-old London had been missing since April 5th after she was dropped off at her 23-year-old boyfriend's house in Inkster. Family had been searching for the Detroit teen since. On April 17th, the police searched London's boyfriend's house.
She always say, when I get old, your daddy he ain't gonna take. She say, "I'm gonna take care of you, Grandma."
Michigan State Police is the lead agency in the investigation. Over the weekend, they shared that London's body was found in Southfield, saying they currently have 2 suspects in custody who are believed to be involved in her disappearance. Neighbors say a single mom and her 3 children live at the home where London's body was reportedly found in an SUV outside. They say that the SUV had been sitting there for 2 weeks. When I rang the doorbell, someone called out, "No comment." Meanwhile, the family has started this GoFundMe to help cover London's funeral expenses.
What are you hoping happens these next couple days?
Oh, God. Oh, I want her justice. I want them to do the most time they could ever see in their life for killing my grandchild.
And family shares with me that they are holding a candlelight vigil for London in this area tonight at 7:30. In Southfield, Sarah Michaels, 7 News Detroit.
As the investigation progressed, authorities focused on 2 people connected to London's last known location. London's boyfriend, Jalen Pendergrass, and his mother, Charlotte Pendergrass. In October 2025, both was charged in Wayne County with second-degree murder and evidence tampering. Prosecutors allege that they was involved in London's death and the subsequent disposal of her body. Charlotte Pendergrass was also accused of lying to law enforcement in the investigation, but that charge was later dismissed in court. Most recently, a judge ruled that both suspects would stand trial on upgraded charges, including first-degree murder and unlawful imprisonment, after witness testimony and evidence were presented at a preliminary hearing. During the hearing, a witness testified about the alleged statements and actions by the suspects on the night London vanished. The prosecution claims the evidence is strong enough to go forward to trial, while defense attorneys maintain their client's innocence and says evidence will show differently.
Development in the case of a missing teenager, London Thomas.
Today, a judge ordered London's ex-boyfriend and his mother to stand trial in the 17-year-old's murder.
And in a stunning turn, the judge even added the charge of first-degree premeditated murder for both mother and son. 7 News Detroit reporter Brett Cass was in the courtroom with reaction from London's family, who listened to new disturbing details in this case.
After hearing new evidence, Judge Sabrina Johnson bound over 24-year-old Jalen Pendergrass and his mother, 49-year-old Charlotte Pendergrass, on new and more severe charges in the death of Jalen's former girlfriend, 17-year-old London Thomas. Originally charged with second-degree murder, the two are now facing first-degree murder, along with charges for unlawful imprisonment and evidence tampering.
Emotional. Just one small step towards justice for London and our family.
London's mother and family members sat in the Inkster courtroom hearing hours of excruciating testimony. First, London's sister testified that she dropped London off at Jalen's home on April 5th. Then Lanijah Wilkerson, another former girlfriend of Jalen's, testified that after London went missing, Jalen sent her specific song lyrics to hear.
What was the lyric he wanted you to listen to?
Put the on the trunk, our family never see her again.
Lanijah also testified that later on, Jalen told her that on the night of April 5th, London and his mom got into a physical fight at his home. He had beaten London and tied her up, and then his mom allegedly told him to get angry.
His mother told Jalen that?
Yes.
Did she tell him anything? Did he tell you that she told him anything else?
Together.
Okay. So what did he tell you that he did in response?
He told me that he pulled her off the bed, he stood her up, he grabbed the belt, and he strangled her until she fell.
Another key witness, a friend of Charla's, was allegedly given the large plastic tote containing London's body.
Did she say that she wanted you to do something with the tote?
She told me to get rid of it, to burn it.
She said to burn the tote?
Yes.
He instead had a lawyer contact police with the tote's location in the trunk of his car in Southfield, and inside the bin, police found London's body tied up and bruised, and the prosecution said evidence shows Jalen's DNA was likely on the handles.
Everything shocked me. How the story unfolded, how what they did to her.
But the defense called Lanijah's credibility as a witness into question after she testified she and Jalen both took drugs and were drunk during that alleged confession, while the prosecution defended it.
So what he's basically asking you to do, Your Honor, is just go off of what this young lady said, who, again, was high when she did this.
That information could have only come from somebody who was present when it happened, and that lends her testimony credibility.
And in the end, the judge approved those new charges, and the case moves on.
First-degree murder, that's good enough for me.
In Inkster, Brett Cast, 7 News, Detroit.
London's family has repeatedly spoken out, calling for justice. Her father and grandmother shared their pain. How her absence has left a void in their lives, they spoke of her calls, her smiles, and everyday moments that now will never come. Friends and loved ones have held vigils, tributes, including gatherings on what would have been her 18th birthday, to honor her memory and remind the world that behind every news headline was a young person with dreams and potential taken too soon. This tragedy serves as a reminder behind every missing person alert, every investigation, and every trial, it's a real life. Someone loved and irreplaceable. London Thomas was that person. Her story should not be forgotten. We will continue to follow this case as it moves through the court system. If you made it this far, appreciate it. Just remember, this wasn't just a case. This was somebody's life. Before you click off, sit with this. Somebody loved her. Somebody's still hurting. Don't let this turn into just another video. Respectfully, if you like this video, share your thoughts, comment, subscribe. It's Digital Dub, and I'm tapping out.